This is Bob Anderson from Factory Direct Modulars, and here's Mittens here. She's gotten bigger. Look at how big she's gotten now, and she just runs through my office and takes control. I mean, I have picked up everything off the floor before and put it back on this desk. Anyways, I'm late on my August report for various reasons. I've been very busy. Quit it, honey. Quit it. I've been very busy, and so, anyways, for example, we set a house last week. We've got 2 to set this week. We've got another one to set next week. The 2 this week probably are going to get canceled because they're in the mountains, and it's off and on with the rain. I mean, the rain has been brutal. Lately, it's been hard to get work done and when the rain hits, like it can drop 3 inches of rain right here, and 2 miles down the road it doesn't even rain. That's how the summer's gone, and it's been brutal. But anyways, I'm still here to do the actual August 2022 market update report, even though today is August 15th. Couple things I want to talk about. First of all, most of them are just somewhat redundant because things just haven't changed, obviously, unless you're living under a rock. Things aren't getting any better. I don't expect them to get better, as I said before, for probably about 2 more years. Anyways, lending facilities, holy cow. Layoffs. I'm hearing about it across the board. Lenders are laying people off left and right. And as a side note to it, I have, a few lenders that I use, and ironically, each one of them has called me. I got 3 lenders I deal with predominantly, and all 3 of them have called me randomly over the last 3 weeks or so, trying to get some input from me about market conditions, what's going on, blah 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 blah. Anyways, I've been in this business long enough, and I've been a lender, so I knew exactly what was going on from these calls. The other thing is, I actually said back to one of my lenders, this was literally this past week, I said, things must be slowing down there. And there was a pause. He goes, what do you mean? I said, well, I have about probably $1 million closing with you in the next 30 days. I said, but your processors are calling me every day and harassing me for statuses of this, statuses of that, status of this. I said, I used to hear from them maybe once every week, possibly maybe once every 2 weeks. Back when things were booming. Now I get inundated every day. I said, so things must be changing there. Things must be slowing down. Well, yeah, da 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 da. Anyways, so there are like I said in a couple of my previous videos, that's where some lenders start getting desperate, and that's when they start telling stories. So this is the time for me to double down on sticking with the lenders I'm familiar with. Out in the field, oh my God. If honestly, if manpower shortages don't start correcting themselves, and I'm just saying this, if they don't start correcting themselves soon, I am gonna have to start eliminating areas that I'm just not even gonna try to build houses. Even though a customer may understand the trials and tribulations of what I have to deal with to get things done in certain areas, it's just not worth the stress on me, because I take this business a lot more seriously than you may know. I mean, I live, breathe, and die this business 7 days a week. And the last thing I want to do is feel like I'm stressing out because I'm not getting something done in a manner that it should be done. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'll give you a perfect example. I got a house in a county that I'm not going to name right now. That and this has happened in several counties, but this one county right now has just got me right here, pissing me off because they're shorthanded. They don't have the manpower to do their job. They basically said, I shouldn't say basically, they told us, which by the way, this is 1, 2, 3, this is I think the 4th county to tell us to do this in like the last 3 months. Just build the house. Just go build the house. And then tell us to come out and inspect it when it's done. Everybody hearing me? Just go build the house and tell us to come out and inspect it when it's done. So, we did that. Inspector came out and I got a laundry list of failed inspection notifications. And I'm going to say this real calmly because I'm trying to stay calm. Because he was not allowed to look at the footings on the decks. He was not allowed to look at the plumbing line from the house to the septic tank. He was not allowed to look at the foundation before the backfill. He was not allowed. Whoa, 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 whoa. You told me to build the house and call you. They don't care. So don't ever listen to the government. Okay? Don't ever listen to people that work for the government. Because at the end of the day, since they're never held accountable for anything, they don't care. They got a place to go to sleep at night. They don't give a shit that I've got a house that I've got to go back and redig the footings up on the decks and stuff. Are you kidding me? I got to redig the trench line to the to the septic tank. Are you kidding me? Anyways, so I'm just done. You want me to build the house and then call you? Hell no. Hell no. I'm going to do it just like I've done it all along. I don't care that you're shorthanded if you're not going to honor your words. God. Anyways, so by the way, I have several friends in this industry, and we all share some of the same issues. But anyways, so that's just a problem. I mean, first of all, the government's the worst because, again, they're not held accountable for nothing. They don't care. They really do not care. I don't care what anybody says. They don't care. I will give you an example, though. I set a house in Yadkin County, North Carolina, last Monday. I went out there Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock to walk through the house. And the inspector had already been out there, did the set inspection, and had the sticker on the door saying passed. That's the difference between that county and one north of there. One that does their job and one that doesn't do their job. So it'll be amazing how this house, which is the exact same house as the house that's north of it, how this one will probably get done in a third the time. Because you're not dicking around with this stuff. But anyways, so last thing I want to talk about, which actually, this is going to be, I guess, a short video, is factorydirectmodulars.net. Remember, I talked about this in the past announcement that I had separated wholesalemodulars.net and factorydirectmodulars.net. I separated the websites again the way they used to be pre the cerveza sickness, the scandemic. So before that, I had them separated, different manufacturers, different products, all that kind of stuff. Well, anyways, one of those manufacturers no longer even exists. They got bought out. So I made factorydirectmodulars.net. When I separated it, I added at this point in time, like 25 or so champion floor plans. I'm probably going to be adding, I don't know, maybe 10 or so more. And I still have content I've got to put in on the website. Regardless of, and by the way, one of the other reasons that my houses are less expensive than others is I am the website designer. I don't outsource it to somebody for 20 grand. I don't outsource the management of it for somebody for, $1,500, $2,000 a month or any of that. I do it myself right here. I learned it all on YouTube, and I did it my first one, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago, and I've done my own websites since. So why is the website not perfect? Well, because I did it. But I did it without paying $20,000 like I know some other people that have. And I therefore don't have to take that $20,000 and apply it to my houses so that you're the one that pays for it. Instead, I do it on my time. I learned how to do it my way, and I built those websites. So anyways, that Factory Direct Modulars website, factorydirectmodulas.net, a little announcement for today. I made my first order off that website today. Heck, that website's only been up, I don't know, 2 weeks. But anyways, and here's the exciting part, okay? Here's the exciting part. The floor plan on the website, I think it's called the Manchester. I needed that floor plan. I've built that house before with HBS. I've built that exact floor plan before. Love the floor plan. But my customer really needed a cape. So I hemmed and hawed because, no customizations whatsoever, blah, blah, blah. I've had that beaten into me from these factories, since the scamdemic. So I called down to Champion and I said, hey, really like this floor plan. I've built it before with HBS, but I built it as a cape. Y'all got any ability to do that? Didn't even pause. Yeah, sure, we can take the house, stretch it 2 feet or 4 feet, whatever you want. We can put the staircase right here, boom, boom, boom. And then the response went like this. I've never built it that way. This is Champion. We've never built it that way, but we can do that. Oh my God. A we can attitude? I haven't heard a we can attitude in I don't know how long. Mind blowing. So I go ahead and I say, really? Can you draw me up a rendering of it? Oh yeah, boom, 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 boom. Bam, it's in my email. Within, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. Send it to the customer. I show them where the staircase is going and, the bathroom that we're going to put in it and, master bath and that kind of stuff. Customers are all excited. I'm excited too, because the only thing I've ever heard from a factory for the last 2 years is no. Any question I ask is no. It's made me a Debbie Downer, to be perfectly honest with you. And that's not my personality, but it's the personality that I've revolved into through all this BS. So anyways, on a lighter note, so customers all excited. So we go through the colors, we do the color package, blah, 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 send it in to the factory. I said, can you review this to make sure I hit all the colors? They called me back and said, holy shit, you hit everything. And I'm like, okay, wasn't sure. They were like, no, you don't understand. We've had people doing this for 15 years that don't get all the colors right. You did it right the first time. I said, that's good. I said, I'm a little rusty because I haven't ordered a house from Champion in 3-4 years. But I pretty much, got an idea. So that was it. I said, okay, get everything drafted up. I'm gonna order this house. No more than 2 days later or so, the customer calls me and says, hey Bob, I'd really like to have the kitchen have these pretty elaborate wall oven features and cooktop stove features and stuff like that. Once again, I'm so used to no. So I called Champion. I said, hey, I know we're just about ready to order this Manchester cape, but I need to ask a quick question. And if the answer is no, it's no. This is the way I'm talking to them. If the answer is no, it's no. I'm not going to get mad at anybody. Still ordering the house. Well, what's the question, Bob? I said, can I do a wall oven and the cooktop and the dip? Hold on, let me look at the plan. Yeah, we can put the wall oven here. We'll have to get rid of this pantry here, put this here. Yeah, we can do that. Do you want that? I said, really? Well, how much is that going to cost? So they went through the math. $1,800. I said, do it. Don't even ask. Just send it back to me. Do it. I'm ready to order the house. Today I ordered that house. So I went through a quasi customization of the floor plan of a ranch on my website with a customer on a website that I don't even have finished. And I did some what I consider customizations at this point. And boom, the house is ordered. All in 2 weeks. Oh my God, that's so refreshing. That's just so refreshing. So anyways, yeah. I hope this is a sign of things to come. I do think things are turning for the good for the consumer, which is you. Remember, I am your advocate anyways. I sit here and whenever anything happens, the first thought of my mind is, how does this affect the customers? It's just the way I was raised. It's just the way I think. Anyways, so that's my news. I will continue to try to put some content into this website so that it gets the amount of effort into it that it deserves, just like wholesalemodulars.net does. I do believe that until I start bringing some of these houses out in the field and videotaping them like I do the Preferred series and stuff like that, I do believe that wholesalemodulars.net activity will supersede this. I get it. But I can see them balancing each other out here in the near future. Anyways, that's it for August 2022. That's about all I've got to say. I hope everybody's doing well. If you have any questions or whatever, just message, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.